So, you have got a new job. Congratulations! You passed the tests and interviews, survived the anxious wait for your phone to ring, and are now ready to start your first day at your job. And to prove that you are as good as in real life as you are on paper. Having worked so hard through the application process to then nailing the interview, it is the best feeling in the world to finally get offered the position you always wanted. You are bound to be excited and to get started. Yet, the first few weeks in a new job can often bring a new set of challenges that you haven't necessarily planned for. So, in this video, I will talk on how to succeed in your new job, delight your employer, and take the necessary steps to continue the growth in your career. With the help of these tips, you will be settling into your new role in no time. So, stay tuned and make sure to watch the video till the end. Please subscribe to our channel to continue accessing content that will help you to grow, succeed, and find solutions to your business or career issues. So let's begin. Congratulations once again that you got the job. When do you start? Maybe your first day of work could be a Monday. Well, that may be your first day at office, but your job started when you accepted the offer from your employer. Now, that is the time to start preparing. Start learning more about your new company. Make notes where you have questions. And your next step is to go to the company's website. Presumably, you visited before you interviewed for the job, but now you will be looking at it from a different perspective. Notice the new initiatives and plans for the future. Review the company press releases. Who are the key players? Who's moving up and who else is joining the company? Are the profiles available for your teammates and other people you may be actually working with? You want to be looking for what I would call points of resonance, meaning what do you have in common with the people you are researching, that is your future co-workers. Did you attend the same school? Are you from the same city? Maybe you both used to work at the same company. Because you will soon be meeting them in person, you want to try and really connect with them when you do. Something else you want to be sure to do is to expand your research to include news about the company. This may come as a shock, but things may not be as rosy in your new workplace as it says in the company press releases. So look for the issues. No workplace anyways is perfect. So Glassdoor.com and similar sites can give you a sense of what it's really like to work at a company you are joining and what employees have said that they don't like about it or like about it. And remember to get a consensus. One ex-employee's complaints may simply be the result of a bad experience he or she had with a particular boss. But notice when you start seeing a pattern. Finally, check the online profiles of people you will be working with on LinkedIn, on Facebook or Twitter, etc. Remember, the relationships you build will have a big impact on how successful you will be at your new job. You can get details on people's backgrounds and interests via social media. That's their public face. Now use that information to make friends at your workplace. Like most of us, I have had jobs where on my first day of work I had no clue about what I was actually supposed to do. Unfortunately, most organizations don't train their workers, although they have an induction process in place. So many people have to just start without any preparation or any real guidance. Then if you make mistakes, which invariably will happen, it's your fault. Now that's a terrible way to begin a new job. On top of that, one of the downsides of the working world and life in general is that people don't communicate very well. We are not trained to be straightforward. We are not great at asking for what we want. Here's how to manage in that type of an environment. Discuss with your boss that you would like to hit the ground running on the first day. That is, you would like to start with the ground realities of what is expected out of you. And anything he or she can do to ease the transition would be helpful for you. So ask what will work for everyone, which is also the position you want to take in any organization. But be careful, be appropriate and not too pushy or overeager. You want to get a sense of what will be expected of you as quickly as possible. Be prepared though they may not know all the answers. So there are 3 tips here. Number 1, get a clear picture in writing of what exactly is required of you, what is it that you are supposed to be doing. That way, no one has to remember or will need to interpret in a different way what they think that was said. Second, say yes. Be willing, be flexible, pitch in. The answer to everything when you are starting out is yes. Don't give anyone unnecessary attitude, just jump in. Become known as someone who is always helpful. And the third thing to remember is that your formal job description may have little or no relationship to the real work that you will be doing, which is why you want clarity about what's actually expected of you. And make sure your boss and your co-workers are clear about that too. There's an old saying, people join companies and leave bosses. Your relationship to your supervisor has a huge impact on whether you stay and flourish at your job or leave. It's the most important relationship you have at your work. You're looking to build trust with your boss, and most bosses want smart people with energy and a willingness to get the job done whatever it takes. They prefer people with a positive attitude, collaboration, and a sense of humor. And if you work with focus to deliver the results that are expected out of you, your boss will appreciate your efforts and the results that your team produces. And that's an environment you can look forward to being a part of every day. Successful relationships in the workplace and everywhere in our lives are based on trust. Your most important relationship at work is the one that you will develop with your boss. Can he or she trust you? Do they know they can get a straightforward answer from you every time, even if it means that you need to admit that you messed up sometimes? Are you respectful of their position in the company? Do you always have their back? Can they count on you to produce the results they had asked for and that you had said you would produce on time and when money is also involved or under any kind of budget? Are you someone who always gets the job done, and do they have the confidence in your ability to do so? As human beings, probably because we are a little afraid to ask questions and maybe we tend to think that we will look bad, so we make things up. We think we know what someone meant, but we don't verify. As you establish a good working relationship with your boss, here are 3 things to remember. First, co-create a schedule of face-to-face meetings or Skype meetings that allow you to freely exchange ideas and discuss your responsibilities, tasks, and deadlines so that both of you know exactly what needs to be done at all times and by when. The second thing you want to remember is that part of your job is to free up your boss's time by handling things for him or her. Bosses like having employees who always look for ways to help their department or function operate more efficiently, who anticipate who can free up the boss's time. And third, close the loop. In other words, if the boss asks you to do something, you want to get back to him or her and let him or her know that A, it's been done, B, it's handled, or C, you ran into some problems and here's what you or the boss needs to do to solve them. That last step is a big miss in the working world. People don't complete that last part of the process and the boss may not know where things stand, which actually increases their work. You want to be someone who is known as being honest, accurate, and efficient at all times, someone who is always focused on accomplishments and results. These qualities will help build healthy professional relationships, which will provide the foundation for your success, your team's success, and also have your boss keep you around because they can count on you to be someone who consistently delivers on the work. So many of us rely on smiles, pats on the back, a kind word, etc. to get a sense of whether we are winning at work. By doing that, we are avoiding hard evidence and operating with blinders on in the hope that I think they like me. and it will translate into keeping our jobs and getting the raise and promotion. If you think that's an effective strategy, you may be living in an illusion. It's important to actually know if you're winning at your job, and you need to take responsibility for assuring that there is a system in place so that you can determine exactly what it is. You don't want any surprises. What you want to do is a way to measure your results so that at any time you're always aware of how you are doing. You wouldn't operate a business purely based on good feelings. So why would you make yourself vulnerable in your job to other people's moods or opinions? So how will you know whether you are winning? Number one, get it in writing from your boss on even before your first day on the job what all quantifiable metrics will be that will measure your performance. It helps a lot if you know what you're aiming for. As an employee, this is something that should be your priority. Don't wait for your boss to hand over new work to you. If you're getting your job done, ask for more challenges. A boss will always be grateful when the employees want to stretch and grow their capabilities and skill sets. But before you do all that, what you want is a place and a plan in writing of your tasks and goals 30, 60, 90 days out. Do make sure to watch my video on what to do in your first 90 days of the job. So these are some useful and practical tips that you can work on to make an impact in your new job and drive your career trajectory to success. If you have any questions, direct message me. Please do give us a like and subscribe on YouTube, and also press the bell icon to be notified of our new videos. We post every day content to help you grow and succeed. Thanks for watching.